Hello and welcome to the island of Kyushu in Japan. It's the South Island, we're in the northeast part of that one, near the city of Kumamoto for the Japanese Grand Prix at Autopolis. It's a beautiful circuit, 19 corners that these drivers will tackle 66 times. We'll be going in about 3 minutes time for the formation lap. Before that though, let's go through your grid for the circuit, which currently holds Super GT, Super Formula, Super Taikyu and MSJ Superbike, but in the past it's held TCR Japan, Formula Regional Japan, Asia Road Racing Championship, Formula V6 Asia, Asian Touring Car Series and the World Sports Car Championship. This circuit, which was built in 1990, originally was meant to hold F1 in the late 1990s but never came to place. It's a 4.673 kilometre circuit, 2.904 miles long, and the lap record is a 1:26.960 by Naoki Yamamoto in 2020 Super Formula race. And we'll go through the grid now. It's Ayumi Iwasa who replaces Liam Lawson for this round. He's in the RB, starts at the back of the grid, the home driver in one of 3 races this season. He's going to be in the next round at Seattle as well. Drogovic in 19th. He was replaced by Van Dorn, who got a point last time out. He was doing European Le Mans Series at Paul Ricard. Logan Sargent in 18th, Sainz 17th, Vesti in 16th. He was replaced by Schumacher, who unfortunately had an engine failure last time out in Malaysia. He had the same reason, Drogovic. Lawson, he's in the Red Bull for this round. He replaces Nick De Vries, who is in the World Endurance Championship at Spa. He's been replaced in Formula E by Jordan King. George Russell almost won the championship last year. He's in 14th, Verstappen 13th. His season continued to go badly. Magnussen 12th, Maloney in 11th. He replaces Teo Porcher, who was replaced racing in IndyCar yesterday at the Indianapolis road course. I won't spoil anything if you want to watch the race still. Lando Norris, he won his first race in Formula 1 last week at the Malaysian Grand Prix, and he also won the Miami Grand Prix. Coincidence? I think not. Ocon in 9th, he was pole last time out. Stroll in 8th, Piastri 7th, Leclerc reigning champion in 6th. Zhou Guanyu starts where he's finished in Malaysia in 5th, Albon 4th, Hulkenberg 3rd, Gasly in 2nd. He was last season, had the most DNFs and the most race wins. Two opposite sides of the spectrum, definitely, and it's the home favourite Yuki Tsunoda who conquered that wet qualifying session yesterday. He's the one that chose to go on wets when everyone else was on inters, and he got pole by about 6 seconds in the end. Definitely the right choice to go on those full wets. But we will get going shortly for the formation lap. Never actually really mentioned when what series has used Malaysia, so you know what, let's go through that. We meant to go through it last weekend, but oh well. Also, an issue with Pierre Gasly. Our factor will be a brilliant game and give us brilliant services, including randomly putting Pierre Gasly in Tsunoda's livery. So for this race, he'll be in an AlphaTauri car for some reason, but he'll be labelled as Alpine. That's the only. It's just the visual. The only real thing, of course. If you go on here, it says Alpine. So yeah, I don't know why it's done that, but unfortunately, for this race, hopefully only. Gasly's in AlphaTauri again. Of course, we've already got the issues with drivers not being in the right numbers, but that can't be changed unless I learn how to change the livery, which I don't even think I know how to do. But of course, the parade lap for replacing the formation lap, where the drivers go around the track. Let's go through Sepang. Built in 1997, opened in 1999. Of course, hold F1 from 1999 to 2017. Hosts the MotoGP Malaysian Grand Prix, Asian Le Mans Series, GT World Challenge Asia, TCR Asia, Sepang 12 Hours, and the Asia Road Racing Championship. Of course, used to hold Formula 1, World Touring Car Race at Malaysia, World Superbikes, Endurance World Championship had a race there, and Super GT used to come here as well. But that's major. 5.543 kilometres, 3.45 miles and 15 corners. Race lap record is 1:34.080 by Sebastian Vettel. You don't care about that. We're at Autopolis as they go down the waterfall on this formation lap. It reminds me of Sachsenring this a lot. This was Sachsenring. I think it's a bit steeper. I don't know though. But anyway. Yeah, I can apologise. I don't know why I'm apologising. It's not my fault that there's one Alpine on the grid. Almost had that same issue in Malaysia with a few drivers. And it's always an AlphaTauri that they are, that they move. Anyway, if they go up the hill, very twisty technical part of the track this. We've got 66 laps of store here in Autopolis, of course. No rain scheduled, unlike last week. So, and unlike yesterday as well. So all dry for this round, as they will form up on the grid to start this Japanese Grand Prix. They start warming up the tyres. I mean, I'm saying they're warming up the tyres, I don't have a clue what they're doing at the moment. A lot of the grid is very skew there, what a nice. Obviously need to learn how to do this, but the 5 lights light up here in Autopolis. For the start of this race, it's the Japanese driver Tsunoda on pole. And it is lights out here in Autopolis, and Gasly gets a good start on the right hand side. But it's Tsunoda, can he lead into turn 1? I honestly can't really see, but it's going to be Gasly who's already in front of Tsunoda. It's a brilliant start from the Frenchman in the Alpine. But it's the RB just behind him. I don't know why I'm saying, of course, AlphaTauri livery, of course. But we still haven't got the 2024 cars. Brilliant job, F1. Even though it's definitely R-Factor Modders' fault, because they haven't got released one yet. Anyway, it's Hulkenberg in 3rd place. In the Albon, they're diving down the inside, and Tsunoda's almost had a horrible start. Yes, he has had a horrible start. He's gone from pole to P4 in a matter of corners, but he is still fighting Alexander Albon, and he will get back in front of Alexander Albon. Almost hits the back of Nico Hulkenberg now as they go through left-hander, sorry, of turn 5 towards the hairpin. That's not turn 5, that's turn 8, 9. I don't know where I got that from, but turn 11, the hairpin. Going down the hill for the first time. It's Gasly who leads Hulkenberg, who leads Yuki Tsunoda. No incidents to talk about just yet, thankfully. But there we go, there's Tsunoda round the outside. It's a good move from him, the Japanese driver, who now pressures Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, his former teammate, and currently, as it looks like, his teammate. Yeah, I'm not even going to make some excuse that AlphaTauri have given, or RB have given him their livery. No, they haven't. It's just R-Factor being R-Factor. Shame on you, R-Factor. Motorsport Games, bet you're getting better. Let's dive down his side. Tsunoda takes the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix from Pierre Gasly, from Nico Hulkenberg. He's down the inside, tries Hulkenberg again on Gasly. Those two fighting. Now Gasly down in 3rd place, tries it down inside, goes Hulkenberg. Almost clips the front wing there. But Tsunoda back round the outside and back into the lead of this race. As they go towards turn 11, the hairpin. Very tricky braking point this one is they go through it. And Tsunoda's gone straight on! Yuki Tsunoda straight on! Hulkenberg now in the lead of this race. Snow is all the way down at the back, and the pole sitter, the race leader, the home favourite, is now at the back. That is such a shame for Yuki. It is now down in P18. He's come out just in front of Iwasa and Drogovic. He's actually had to pit. Oh, there's Drogovic losing his front wing. That's a shame for the Brazilian. What happened there? No, that's Magnussen, not Tsunoda and Drogovic. We'll get a replay in a second of what happened to Tsunoda. Just want to see how Drogovic lost his front wing. I think we literally just got to it as he lost it. Here it is. You can see Tsunoda coming back on track. Alongside his teammate Iwasa for this race, the 2 Japanese drivers in the RB. And just goes into the back of Iwasa. There's Drogovic. What's going to be done there, to be honest. Anyway, Tsunoda, what happened to him? Let's see. He just now break himself. Does he lock up? And out breaks himself. Unfortunately, Yuki Tsunoda from pole down in P18 now. Now you can watch Hulkenberg. So we go back to live coverage. So just need to go back live. Almost there. Hulkenberg still in the lead of this race from Gasly. There we go. Back live now. But it's still Hulkenberg. Albon trying to get past Gasly. Albon sticks a wheel on Hulkenberg. I don't think he actually meant to do that. But he still managed to do that in his battle with Gasly. As Gasly now fighting back down the inside. There's now Gasly trying down the inside. And Gasly takes the lead through the hairpin. Good move that from the Frenchman. And if you're new to F1 Fantasy, don't look at it as F1. Look at it as maybe Moto 3, Moto 2, World Supersport 300, Junior GP. Just think of it as that, because to be honest, or maybe NASCAR at Talladega, Daytona, Atlanta, one of those. Because it's very much, I wouldn't say slipstreaming, but they stick to each other very much. They all kind of the same pace, just stick with each other. There's a battle behind us. There's like Stroll versus someone else. Maybe Dave Maloney could have been. Looked like more of a Red Bull though, so it could have been Norris versus Verstappen. Because Norris winning last time out, currently not even in the points. This is how crazy F1 Fantasy was. Saying it was crazy. Last year it was every single driver who did the season full time won a race apart from Norris and Verstappen. And by full time I mean was meant to do every single race. Well, I could say that, but Perez didn't do every single race, neither did Alonso, because they both got dropped. Well, got dropped. Well, Perez was dropped. Alonso wasn't. He chose to leave to focus on IndyCar. But Hulkenberg now behind Albon, so it's the Thai driver who leads. He won the Italian Grand Prix at Monza last year. And a dominant race that was for him. Brilliant race. Loved that race. Probably one of my favourites of the year. With that oval. Very close finish between Gasly and Leclerc. Leclerc is teammates right behind Gasly. And Carlos Sainz. Is that? No, it is Leclerc, sorry. Yeah, speaking of Leclerc, he's right behind Pierre Gasly. Not Sainz. Sainz started near their back, I forgot about that. And remember, strategy, the key of this series. Pole sitter didn't even finish last time out in Malaysia. And there are normally quite a lot of DNFs in this series. Very rare that there's a race with no DNFs. And last time I was winner, Lando Norris started 11th, so anything can happen realistically. Can see drivers starting near the back and then finishing off quite well. Trying to think of instances of drivers being near the back and ended up winning. Leclerc maybe at the Virginian Grand Prix last year. Of course, he was involved in that sickening crash with Valtteri Bottas. T-boned his the front of Bottas's car. Ended up breaking his ankle. Missed a few rounds. I think it was only 2 rounds in the end. China and California. Before retiring at the end of the year anyway. But yeah, Leclerc ended up only breaking his front wing, so actually thankfully not too much damage. Got that repaired under the red flag, and then ended up winning the race. So yeah, anything can happen. It's up the hill now on lap 6 of 66, 60 to go. I think. I don't know, I can't remember the math, about 62 laps to go now. I know it's simple, but like, no, it's not simple. You think it's simple, but it's just not, and it's really confusing, but oh well. Anyway, lap 7 now of 66. It's still Hulkenberg leading. I think we're going to go for our first break here, so let's watch them going around. I'm back to Autopolis. I said about 1 lap, I think we had 2 laps under break there. While I was gone, Gasly is now in front of Nico Hülkenberg, the Alpine driver, in front of the Haas. Haas have been brilliant especially these last 2 races. Of course, we had Magnussen finishing P2 last time out. Now Hülkenberg fighting for a win here. Of course, Haas won 2 races in a row last season. It was the Russian Grand Prix of Magnussen and the Thai Grand Prix of Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg getting his first ever win in Formula 1 there, same as Magnussen. That last lap move on Charles Leclerc from Hülkenberg was brilliant for him. I think Hülkenberg won a sprint race as well, might have been in Brazil, I'm not too sure. Very memorable, especially with this. I know, like, to be fair, well, I can just assume it's Verstappen who won it, I don't know, but if in doubt, pick Verstappen, eh? But do not do that in F1 Fantasy, because he's yet to win a race in it. In this world, he hasn't won since Abu Dhabi 2022. Anyway, still Hülkenberg, who's tracing down Pierre Gasly. Any little overtakes, little battles going on? Only seeing. Let's watch Zane Maloney for a little bit. And there's actually Tsunoda going down inside on Gasly. Is that Gasly? Why was it Gasly? It's obviously a Mercedes. It's going to be Vesely, isn't it? Gasly's leading. Anyway, Zane Maloney, of course, in his first F1 start, is actually the battle for the leading. Here we go. Maybe we keep watching this, because obviously always going to be something happening. But it's Hülkenberg who leads Gasly, who leads Albon, who leads Leclerc, who leads Magnussen. So I'm saying about Haas doing so well. They've got 2 cars in the top 5. Only team to be doing that so far. Anyway, as I was saying, Zane Maloney, he's doing his first race in Formula 1. He is contracted. Magnussen actually tapped the back of Leclerc. Now he almost gets in the grass. Now it's going to get pressured by Stroll, and I think it won't be two cars in the same team in the top 5 anymore. Anyway, as I was saying, Zane Maloney, he's got a provisional contract for next year. There are a few drivers with that provisional contract to get them into F1 next year. There's Sainz, Red Bull replacing De Vries, who's already confirmed he will not be racing in F1 next year. With too many commitments in other series. Who else is there? Hamilton signed a provisional contract at Ferrari replacing Sainz. Maloney has actually got a provisional contract at Haas. That's why, of course, Ferrari engines helping each other out. That's why he's racing at Sauber, of course. Or actually, he's the junior driver for Sauber, of course, the current F2 championship leader. And then Behrman is also scheduled to be driving at Haas next year as well. It's a shame for Hülkenberg and Magnussen, who have been doing so well, especially this year. Hülkenberg's leading, and he probably won't even be in F1 next year. Crazy, but he's getting older, and they want new drivers in those shoes for Haas. Hülkenberg and Magnussen, though, have been hinting they'll be leaving anyway, through their own choice. But, I mean, I don't know, it's doing well. Why would they want to leave now? Anyway, what else have we got? Provisional contracts. Lawson, I mean, currently scheduled to race for RB next year again. I don't know though. He's replacing Red Bull in the 3 rounds this year. I would have think to get him ready for a Red Bull seat next year. But currently it's Sainz in that seat, so who knows. Anyway, Sargent, he's announced he probably won't be coming back next year. He's going to be replaced by Andrea Kimi Antonelli recently this year. Of course, there's still drivers' seats to be Alpine, neither drivers have been confirmed yet. Joe's yet to be confirmed in that Sauber seat. And then we've got Stroll yet to be confirmed in the Aston Martin. But he has been doing quite well this year, so one would think he would be in the next series. It's Gasly down inside for the lead. Yes, it is. Gasly takes the lead back from Hülkenberg, lap 12 here in Autopolis. Being made to work for this one is Hülkenberg. Not very comfortable. He's managing it in P2. And it's Albon v Leclerc for the last place on the podium. Ferrari v Williams. And there's a Tsunoda. That's Tsunoda. Yes, it is. It's Yuki Tsunoda. Come from nowhere down inside there. I'm more surprised about actually it being Tsunoda than it being that ridiculous of a dive bomb as he tries to get past Stroll. Tsunoda in lap 2 was dead and buried pretty much, locked up in the hairpin of turn 11, but very deep, and there's a big dive there from Tsunoda on Stroll to get into P4. Yeah, the P5, sorry. And there around the outside, is he going to get it moved? That's a brilliant move if he gets it done. Yes, he does. Tsunoda now in P4. That's a brilliant overtake from him. And now Tsunoda trying to get an Albon as well. Can he get him to P3? Almost, not quite though. Yes, he does though. He is going to get it. Albon gets pushed a bit wide. Did actually safe on the track, but has to back off a bit. Hulkenberg down inside on Gasly. He's now back in front. It's where he lost the lead last lap. He's going to get it there, last lap. What corners? Oh, I'm looking. I bothered. Go through. Very twisty very twisty track, to be honest. Definitely one of those gems out there, underrated gems. One of them. But Hulkenberg leads Gasly, he leads Stroll now, so where's Tsunoda gone? Where's Yuki? Or is this Yuki? What's happened to Yuki? I know it's happened to Tsunoda that, but I'll have a little look a sec. Currently in 7th. Has he got a problem? He's looking very slow at the moment. I think it's just the pace that he's got. He's lost all that pace. If someone comes into the pits, who's that coming in? Is it Joe? Yeah, it's Joe Guan Yu in the Sauber. Did he have damage or what? Yeah, he has got damage. That's a shame for Joe Guan Yu. What happened to the Chinese man? No Chinese Grand Prix this year, so it's one of his only races close to home. Hopefully go to South Korea later on in the season. It was in 8th place. Has he got it? I think he got his front wing. Going down the waterfall. Not officially called that, but it's pretty much waterfall. Oh, he taps the back. Is that Tsunoda? There it is. He taps the back of Tsunoda. And unfortunately, Joe Guan Yu is without a front wing. We'll go back live now. Just wait for this to tick by. Now down, right at the back of the field is the Chinaman. It's Gasly who currently leads. Back live now. And there's, oh goodness me, Tsunoda all over the place there. Tries it down the inside on Leclerc. And there's off the track is someone, it's Charles Leclerc. So, I wonder what happened there, Yuki. What on earth was that? Didn't even need to see the incident to know what he just did there. That's got to be a penalty for forcing someone off the track. I'm not being funny. But now Tsunoda, is he going to let Leclerc by, or is he just... I don't know what. Get a replay of that. Because... no comment really, just what was that from Tsunoda. Well, let's go back further a bit. One way. Pushes Leclerc off the track there. I mean, is that a penalty? I think that driving alone's a penalty. It is a dive bomb. Just watch his steering wheel. Because he's going to make the corner, I think. He's always turning right, though. So if anyone, it was actually Leclerc that made him go off the track. But to be fair, Snowden comes from nowhere. What's the steering wheel? Yeah, without a doubt, Snowden wasn't even making the corner. Stonewall penalty in my opinion. Well, it's not my opinion, it is the opinion of the race stewards, so... yeah. Anyway, let's fast forward it a little bit. Just over a minute off. Anyway, Gasly in the lead now. Hulkenberg is going to dive back. Ignore that. There's no dog being okay. We're just waking up very early here in UK, about just before 6:30 in the morning. There we go, back live now. Guys, down to 5th while we were doing all that. So Hulkenberg's 7th. Snowder's now in 4th. So yeah, confirmed under investigation. Snowder for 4th can never drive off the track. I think that's a Stonewall penalty. Lance Stroll takes the lead for I believe the first time this race. Good move that from the Canadian. Won a few races last year, South Africa and Slovakia. For Stroll, trying to win his 3rd race of his career. Start fighting now with Hulkenberg. Get a little bit run to dry. Albon trying to do one on Hulkenberg. No, he's not. Yeah, yawning because I'm tired, not because I'm bored. The Stroll diving down the inside, and he'll be in front. Apologies for the dodgy camera work. You think if it's a hairpin like that, it'd be a quite good place to do well in camera work. Obviously not, as there's Magnussen, Hulkenberg, sorry, down the inside. Magnussen trying to get past Albon, he pushes him off the track there. That could be a penalty from Magnussen. I don't look too good. And actually, is that Tsunoda or Gas thingy? I think it's Tsunoda, not Gasly. Yeah, it's Tsunoda. And Tsunoda tried it round the outside. That could be a great move from Tsunoda if he gets it done. He'd have the inside line, a bit of contact between Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. It's not quite going to work. Doing it again, Tsunoda. He's not learnt that. Pretty much just ruined Leclerc's race last time he did that. I think it's Hulkenberg as well, went a bit dry. So I'm not off the track. But there's a big dive there from Tsunoda, almost taking out Stroll. And go for it again. Tsunoda's looking very racy in front of the home fans, but he probably doesn't want to finish the race. So yeah, maybe calm down a bit. And there we go, 10-second penalty for Yuki Tsunoda for causing a collision. Oh goodness me, almost crashed there. Oh, he's wide there. Was that a bit of a tap from Norris? I don't know. He went very wide. But still, Hulkenberg, Stroll. Now Mitch McLaren's out. Lando Norris, last match winner, getting pretty easily overtaken there by Tsunoda. Tsunoda unable to get past Stroll. Trying to get past the Canadian. And there we go. Is he going to get it around the outside? Yeah, he gets pushed a little bit off wide there by Stroll. A bit naughty maybe from Stroll, but it's racing at the end of the day. Norris looking racy on Tsunoda. Is he going to be able to make it work? No, not quite. As Stroll dives one down the inside on Hulkenberg, and now he's back in front of this race. And Tsunoda looking to try. Is he going to thread the needle? It's a brilliant move if he can make this work. He gets in front of Hulkenberg, but can't quite get in front of Stroll. That was a good attempt at a little thread the needle double overtake on the straight, but unable to make it work. And it's Stroll who leads. Tsunoda going round the outside. Brilliant overtake. Great move from the Japanese driver. Lap 19 of 66. And he takes the lead for the first time since he locked up at this very corner, turn 11. And went off the track. Anyway, goes wide there. I was about to go for a little break. Just for a bit. But, anyway. Yeah, let's go for a break for about a lap and a half. Back to Autopolis, where Stroll leads now. Tsunoda has fallen off a little bit. Did have quite a big lead, now he's down into 5th. So, yeah, now fighting with Gasly, his car twin. Thank you, yes again. Yeah, there's a move, they're down to 8th now, what's happened? It's like he's doing well and just goes off the pace again. Looking first, almost out the points in the face of that, basically a lap. So I've told George Russell now. I don't know. Strange one. But anyway. Tsunoda with a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision with Charles Leclerc. Well, not causing a collision, it was forcing a driver off the track with Charles Leclerc. Leclerc's doing. Yeah, I've got back up to 5th. Tsunoda with a penalty. Of course, I was actually wrong. I said last week that you had to serve it off the serve it after the race, but it is. I've now learned that you can choose to serve it either after the race or in your pit stop. But still, Lance Stroll who leads, trying to get his 3rd win in Formula 1. Hulkenberg trying to get his 2nd. Stroll the man everyone calls Daddy's Cash. You know what I mean? Daddy's Cash is getting him currently P4. I mean P1. P4 both finished in the championship last year. And then Hulkenberg finished in 5th, just behind him with a win at Thailand. Very good season for Haas last year. I mean, it's only provisional contracts for Maloney and Behrman, so if they do stay in F1, which I, to be honest, think they deserve being 1st and 3rd currently. It's Hulkenberg, the German, who leads Canadian, Lance Stroll, the Dane, Kevin Magnussen, and then Gasly in 4th in the Alpine, and a weird coloured Alpine, thank you again, R Factor. lap 22. 2.6, a third now into this race gone already. Still no pit stops yet. The hard tyres most of the time were able to do about half of the race. In most races, it happened pretty much since I can remember. Magnussen, now the two Haas cars fighting for the first time on basically this race. I think Magnussen's been higher than P2 this race so far. He can do that if he's able to get past his teammate. No team orders in place, just pure racing. Down the water, there's someone round there. That's one of the Williams. It's Alex Albon. Yes, it is Albon who's round. Who's he been spun by? Or was it himself, maybe? Who was that? Oh, Albon, such a shame. The rear wing's gone. And just get a replay of what happened to Albon. Doing so well, the Thai driver, in around the top half of the result. It's currently P7 when this incident happened. And there's the hit. And who was it? Was it Yuki Tsunoda, the home driver? It was. Then calm yourself down, Yuki. You've been very erratic this race. I know you went off at lap 2 and you've been trying to fight back to the lead ever since, but it's not worth another driver's race. See that off board. And see what happened. Yuki just massively outbraking himself. He wasn't even going for a move on Ocon. I've got no idea. He must have just outbraked himself, locked up again, just like on lap 2. I'm sure a penalty will be coming his way. Let's go on board with Yuki now. Down to P12. And round the outside of George Russell. P9 was the Japanese driver. Man, just... It's not a lock-up, he just outbraked himself. If he locked up, he wouldn't be able to steer. Just outbraked himself massively. It's already under investigation, that incident between Tsunoda and Albon. Unfortunate for Albon, through no fault of his own, his race ruined. And let's go back live now. There we go, back live. Still Lance Stroll leading. Where is Albon? Just going up the hill. He's there. Stroll's here. Albon basically a lap down now. I'm sure that'll be a hefty penalty for Tsunoda. Because, I mean, slam dunk in my opinion. Drive through, maybe even worse. I don't know what else there really is. 10 seconds off go, potentially. Definitely disqualifying him over. Of course, that is the most harsh of penalties. Oh, it's supposed to be disqualified for the championship, which is pretty harsh. And now into the pits, is that? Who is that? Is that Tsunoda? It might be. I'm being told that Tsunoda has got a 10-second stop-go penalty for that incident. So that could be Tsunoda. If it's a stop-go, it probably is. Yeah, it is Tsunoda into the pits. Yeah, he's in the stop-go box, serving his penalty. There he is. Penalty served. Out again, down in P19. What is the gap between Snowder and Joe? So Snowder's there. And Joe's there. So 10-second stop go. Because you can't even change tyres, remember. So just stop for 10 seconds, then you're back out again. So the penalty is the 10 seconds plus the pit lane time. Still, Stroll, who now leads Magnussen, who's in front of his teammate Hulkenberg. The two halves have swapped. No team orders, they're pretty much sure they're banned, but Magnussen down the inside. And Stroll fighting back. Magnussen around the outside. Magnussen now leads for the first time in this race. Lap 27, almost halfway now. It's Magnussen down the waterfall in the lead for the first time. That's Leclerc on the podium now. Yes, it is. All of these now away of any Yuki Tsunoda dive bombs. I mean, I'm not saying that Tsunoda's a dirty driver. I never really had an issue with Tsunoda while he's in F1. We've had issues of driving, but just one of these races, of course, the home favourite. To be fair, the Albon one, I think it was just a mistake. It's outbraked himself, but I think the Leclerc one was just a bit of ambitious driving. Of course, he has got a 10-second time penalty, not a stop-go, so he can serve that whenever he wants. It can be in a pit stop, or it can be post-race if he wishes. He will pit, of course. He's got to pit because he hasn't changed the tyres yet. But anyway, Magnussen there down the inside on Stroll. He agreed to take the lead that he lost into turn 1. Magnussen around the outside and he's going to get it, and Leclerc fighting for it as well. He almost sticks a wheel there on Magnussen. It's going to be Leclerc in P2 now, side by side though. Stroll fighting back, and Stroll is going to get back into P2. No, he's not, because he gets a bit run on the curb there, and he's going to lose positions to Leclerc and Nico Hulkenberg, and even Pierre Gasly maybe as well. Yes, he is. With the two Alpines really close. Now Ocon trying to go around the outside of Stroll. Did he make it work? Almost. To be fair, he could have the inside line there. Is he going to make it work? No, he's not. Stroll in front, and I think Norris got in front of Ocon there as well. No, he didn't. Side by side there. I think that's Sargent be one of the Red Bulls. But Leclerc, I don't think he's had this race so far. If it was, it would have been a while ago. First time he's been in the front since he got pushed off from Tsunoda into turn 1. Into the gravel. You can see Albon there just in front of these drivers. You can see him there. It's Leclerc v Hulkenberg, Magnussen, sorry. Leclerc with the inside line, Magnussen along the inside line for this one. But Leclerc will swoop around the outside, and Leclerc will lead this race. And Hulkenberg now trying to get past Magnussen. If I said Hulkenberg just instead of Magnussen, I do apologise. I have the worst memory. I have a good memory, but like, it's like, is it short-term memory loss, would you call it? I don't know. Anyway, Stroll down inside and Hulkenberg. I can't remember things that happened 5 seconds ago, but I can remember things that happened 10 years ago. I don't know, it's a weird one. But anyway, there's Hulkenberg down his home, Stroll. Good move that at the bottom of the waterfall. Go up the hill yet again. 29 laps gone. The race has flown by. And if you want to see some more racing today, this race will finish around 7:30. But if you do want some more racing, once this race is done, we've got some stuff at Lebanon, TC France, French F4, GT4 France, a few series going on there. British Touring Car, they've got the 3 races later on today, as well as some other support races, F4, British F4, Porsche Carrera Cup, Great Britain, just name a few. Formula E got their second round of the Berlin E-Prix. Frecker, Euro Formula Open, GT Cup Open, International GT Open. They're all at Hockenheim. MotoGP have their races, along with Red Bull Rookies and Moto E at Le Mans circuit, which we'll be visiting in a few weeks' time, the Bugatti circuit. What else have we got? IMSA later on today, as Magnussen getting overtaken by Hulkenberg. IMSA, they're at Laguna Seca, which we also visit later on this season. We've also got Lamborghini Supertrade at North America, and the Mazda MX-5 series, and we've also got the Goodyear 400 at Darlington for the NASCAR Cup Series, as well as some FNCS actually through to Fortnite. What else? Some WRC, finish off Rally of Portugal, Grand Prix Monaco historic this weekend. On around now, we've got the Greater Bay Arena GT Cup and the Macau Road Sports Challenge at Suzhou. Spanish F4's on later. Porsche Carrera Cup Asia at Suzuka. Probably already happened though, I'm not too sure. Don't really pay attention to other races while I'm commentating. Porsche Sprint Challenge USA at Utah, we've got MXGP at Galicia. Ferrari Challenge Japan at Fuji. GT Challenge Asia at Buriram, probably already going on now. E1 Series, that Electric Boat Series racing, they're at Venice. Nordic 4 is at Gilsandringen, maybe you pronounce that. Formula Regional Japan at Sugo. A lot of different Japanese circuits holding races. So Sugo being used, Fuji being used, Suzuka being used, or Topolis being used. Big race weekend for Japan. TCR Japan there at Sugo as well. TCR Spain at Harama. Turismo Carretera at Rio Hondo. Copper Truck at Londrina. And TCR Denmark as well at that, I'm not pronouncing it, circuit. And then we've got Liverpool tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That'll be a fun one. Well, our season's gone so far. Of course, we'll be played Olympiacos on Thursday. I'm not going to comment on the result of that because I don't know it. I do know it. Not going to mention it though. Magnussen and P3 chasing down Leclerc. I'm assuming he will be pitting soon. On map 31 currently. Where's Sonoda got to? He's still at the back. He's up to 16th, so he's caught up to the pack very quickly. Fair enough, Sonoda with a lot of pace this weekend. Of course, he knows the circuit. He's raced at the circuit in Japanese F4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sonoda looking very racy. He's just got past Sainz now. 13th now. Now he's not even down the inside of the hairpin past Sargent. We've got Maloney there as well. Anyway, he's pretty much in this leading group now, isn't Hulkenberg gets past Magnussen. Already there, I think. Stroll now in front of Magnussen as well. So now Suzuki's now in the points, so despite serving that stop blue penalty, he's already near this pack. He is magic this race. There's someone else in the pit, it says Albon, is that? Is Albon. He must have got quite a big lead then on everyone else, I'm guessing. because he's come out pretty much in this leading battle just behind Leclerc. No blue flags. Anyway, Albon's now in front of Leclerc, so of course on the soft tyres, I'm not surprised he's doing that. He's probably on the much faster tyres. New soft versus very old hards. I'm not surprised in the slightest. So now needs Hulkenberg, or he still needs Hulkenberg I should say, from Stroll. Very tired at this, it's 10 to 7 in the morning here in UK. Gasly just got in front of Russell. There's some fighting there. Tsunoda versus Gasly, the two former teammates. But still these top three. Top three not really changed from. I reckon we go for a break for a little bit, so let's see you in a bit. While I've been gone, look who's back in this fight. He was miles off the pack earlier on, after serving that drive-through, stop-go penalty. And now Tsunoda, he goes down his side of Leclerc. This time he's able to keep him on the track, and he takes lead of this race. Yuki Tsunoda, he's a different breed in this home race. Yuki Tsunoda, take a bow, honestly. Brilliant race he's had. There's no Hulkenberg just behind him. No one's pitted yet, so of course when he does pit, he does have the choice to serve that 10-second penalty. As he goes a bit wide at the hairpin, that corner for him, this race has been definitely his Achilles heel. He's been flawless everywhere else. That corner has been very difficult. Now he's getting overtaken by Hulkenberg at the bottom of the waterfall. Still side by side though, and it's not going to help Hulkenberg because he's not going to be overtaken by Norris as well, or maybe even Lance Stroll. Still no one pitted yet. They've done over half the race now on these hard tyres. But someone's in. It is Alex Albon. So they're soft, not being able to last that long. And now we're a lap down. I think for the third time this race. Third time this race. Hard, soft, soft. His strategy. Of course, the first stop was through no fault of his own after being taken out by current race leader Tsunoda. He got a 10-second stop. Going to go penalty for that. Ended up in 19th and now in the lead of this race. And if you can hear weird noises, that's because I cannot get comfortable in this chair because it's not comfortable being sat on it for 54 minutes plus probably another hour, maybe. I don't know. And there's Magnussen trying to get past Stroll. Tsunoda goes off the track. And he's lost two positions. He lost to Leclerc and he's lost it to Lando Norris as well. get a replay of what happened to Snowder there. It's that corner I said about a lap ago. It's his Achilles heel, turn 11. Leclerc sends on down the inside, if revenge from last time. I mean, I think Snowder kind of just goes off the track on his own. Don't really think that's a penalty for Leclerc. I think there's a bit of a difference between a ridiculous dive bomb and just driving yourself off the track, really. There we go. Snowder still just behind Leclerc, and still people not pissing. Surprised about that, to be honest. Tyres got to be shot. Anyway. So, hang on. But that just could do something, but Snowder around the outside there on Leclerc, trying with the inside line through the final few corners, through 19. Not 19, I got the wrong, I mean they pretty much look the same, that part of the track kind of, but it's Snowder, he leads Leclerc now. Are we going to see people come into the pits? Yes we are, Leclerc in, Norris in. That is one of the Haas cars in, pretty much. Half of the grid come in, half of them stay out. So who is in then? Leclerc, Drogovic stays out, Vesti stays out, Sainz, Joe, Ocon, Piastri, Verstappen and Magnussen stay out as well. Leclerc in, Norris in, Russell in. How do they come out? Let's have a look. Leclerc comes out in front. It's going to be Norris second. Who's going to be third out? Is that Russell? George Russell jumping a lot of cars. Stroll, then it's the Haas cars. Hulkenberg, I think. Then it's Gasly. Iwasa, Sargent. Then it's Maloney and the Red Bull. Liam Lawson. Anyway, now we see then Verstappen versus... Oh, now there's Ocon versus Hulkenberg. Magnussen, sorry. Come out of nowhere, these few. Verstappen now leads. Where's Tsunoda gone? Where's Yuki Tsunoda? Where's Yuki? Has he crashed? He's in 9th currently. His front wing's gone. He has crashed, Yuki Tsunoda. What's happened to him? He's been brilliant, apart from a few instances this race. Not naming them. And from right, runs wide, spins the car. Can't really see the contact, but he does hit the wall. That is such a shame. In the lap, in his in lap, this one, just to keep it clean. One more lap on the hards. Too much speed and just almost spins the car around. Such a shame for Snowder. I think Sargent also had wing damage. It was Albon. Albon also had damage. I don't know what happened to him in the Williams. Does he have damage? Yeah, he does. He chooses not to pit. Maybe Sargent was in. That's a shout, to be fair. Albon having to pit another time this race. This is a race to forget for the tyre driver. It's here. Turn one, got Ocon in front of him. Back of Ocon, yes he does, and unfortunately damage for him. I've been told that Tsunoda did serve his 10-second penalty in that pit stop. So Tsunoda did serve the penalty. It's Joe Guan Yu currently leads, yet to play, has pitted already this race. Of course, for that front wing damage. Still Leclerc. I'm gonna go for a little break here while we wait for the cars to bunch back up a little. Welcome back to Autopolis Japanese Grand Prix. Just past 7 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. Around 3 o'clock, I believe, in Japan. And it's still shoulder. No, is it Joe Guan Yu or is he pitted? Where's Leclerc? I'm 7th. He was leading. I don't know. Tsunoda in 19th after crashing on his end lap from the lead. And Joe is still leading from Piastri, get Magnussen, Ocon, Vesti, Lawson. Leclerc 7th, Drugovich 8th. Hulkenberg down in 13th. They were doing so well, and then pit stops has come and they go all the way down. It's a shame for them. Really any battles going on, to be honest, especially in the front. Let's watch this battle. Norris v Leclerc or Sainz. If it is Leclerc, I mean Sainz, then a Carlando battle going on, which I'm all for. I think it is. No, it's Sainz. Okay. Here's Lando. Gonna try and make a move on his one of his best friends on the grid, Carlos Sainz. Not quite yet. Of course, the winner last time out, trying to get a few more points. The championship leader, of course, through winning the opening round. That does tend to happen. Norris still chasing down Carlos Sainz, his former teammate at McLaren. Norris there down the inside on him, and Norris takes the lead, and that is an extra point for Norris in P9. But Sainz fights back. He wants that extra point for P9, of course, 1 point for 10th, 2 for 9th, and Lando is going to get it. He's in 9th place, the Brit, in front of the Spaniard, but they're still fighting. Great racing here. Is George Russell trying to get involved now? Stroll behind them. And then Nico Hulkenberg as well. In P9 is Lando Norris. Battle for the lower end of the points. You can drive within the points that I haven't got really got much data about if drivers are pitted or not. If these lot like Lawson have pitted, you know, let's just go for a quick rewind. Have these not pitted yet? Well, surely they have. I'm gonna fast forward it to see if they've pitted. These are the ones that stayed out. Yeah, they have pitted. Apart from Joe and Leclerc. They pitted and they came out. Yeah, I thought Leclerc was second, Norris third, Russell fourth. Did they pit again? Surely not. Why would they pit again? They have pitted again. That's a very strange one. I don't know why all the ones that pitted originally have pitted again. That's a strange one. And the pits again. Not too sure why. Strange one that. Anyway, let's fast forward back live. Let's do that. Rewind it a bit too much there. Yeah, pretty much live now. And the Norris in 9th place, going up the hill on lap 45. No, down the hill, sorry, up the hill towards the hairpin. Let's watch this battle. Let's watch on board with George Russell. He got quite a view on that battle with Carlos Sainz. he tries to get past the Spaniard. It's Lando Norris slowing. Has Lando got an issue? No, Lando. Race winner from last time out. Lando Norris could be retiring from the race here. He is. He's pulling off to the side of the track. And Lando Norris is out of the Japanese Grand Prix 1 week on from winning the Malaysian Grand Prix. It's no double win. I mean, it wasn't unlikely anyway, but Lando Norris pulling over. Let's listen to the car. Just shuts off. Nothing Lando can do there. The car just shuts off. And the climb up the hill there won't be very easy. With no engine. But that is such a shame for Lando Norris out of this race. Got a feel for him. Go back to live coverage now. Sainz up to 9th after getting in front of Norris. And the first retirement of this race. Has someone come into the pits there? Not too sure who that was. Right now, can you see who it was? It's Sonoda. Ah, it's Joe, race leader. Joe, I knew came into the pits. And Sonoda, what's the gap between these two? Where's that? What's the hairpin? Snowder's there, so Snowder still trying to catch up. Zane Maloney, where's he? 16th currently. At the back of the pack. It's his F1 debut, so understandable he's not going to be completely on the pace. And from here we go, battle for the lead. Magnussen, Ocon, Piastri, Vesti, Lawson. Magnussen still on the lead, holding off Ocon, and there's Oscar Piastri. Teammate engine just went. Now he is because actually Lando Norris' engine went in the Japanese Grand Prix last year at Motegi, and basically right after that Piastri went as well. Not as much bad luck for Piastri. He's still going. Still Magnussen leads. We're going for another little break, just watch them battle. Don't see why not. See you in about a lap. Back to Autopolis, lap 50 of 66. Oh, not long to go now here in Autopolis. While I've been gone, Ocon's taking the lead off of Magnussen, pole sitter from last week. Engine ended up going, hasn't gone yet in Autopolis, and he leads, starting from further down in the grid. On Kevin Magnussen, Piastri, teammate engine just went, he's in third. Frederick Vesti's in fourth, his debut in F1. Of course, missed his race. It was supposed to be his debut last week at Sepang due to European Le Mans Series commitments at Paul Ricard. And then Liam Lawson, of course, in the RB last week. And he is meant to be in the RB, but of course Nick De Vries is at Spa this weekend. There's Charles Leclerc trying to get past, who is that? It's one of the Ferraris, I think it's Leclerc. And then they've got Dragovic as well, who was also out. Of course, Vesti ended up getting runner-up in Paul Ricard last weekend. Very good result for him in the 47 Cool Racing car alongside Alejandro Garcia and Paul-Luc Chassin. And then Felipe Drugovich, if I can find him. Not as good as a race. He was in 15th in the number 10 Vector Sport, a lap down alongside Ryan Cullen and Stefan Richelme. It was their second round after a race as well in, where did they start their season off? Barcelona. So also had that unfortunate incident in practice, before practice, because of the incident with the engineer, crew member, team manager, I think it was. That was involved in that killed an unfortunate incident in the paddock. Yeah, thoughts of his family in this tricky time for them, of course. So Drugovich in 10th, 2 laps down, the 13th, 2 laps down in the Vector, and then Vesti 3 laps down in the 47. Not as good of a race for those two. He's into the pits, comes Magnussen from the lead. They're coming in again. Softs can't do half the race, of course. They're all coming back in. So it's Russell who leads Sainz, Stroll now. Who came in? Vesti came in, Leclerc came in, Maloney came in, Drugovich in, Lawson in, Ocon in, Piastri in, Magnussen in. Snowder stayed out, he's down to 9th. So now it's only the top 8 who probably would pit, I'm guessing. And watch Russell, he's leading this pack. Of course, the softs only doing about 10 laps. They're not the strongest. Of course, we had seen most of these have to pit again for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Of course, a strange one there. With Russell now going up the hill on lap 52 of 66. Through the final section now. Do we see them coming into the pits? No, we don't. So George Russell, can he win his first round of the season there? No, I thought I saw people coming in, but it's just going to run the final corner. Yeah, Russell leading, Sainz leading, Stroll that. Yeah, it is. Can we go for a quick little break, and I'll see you in about a lap. to eat something. I'm starving. No, it's still staying out these lot. There are 13 laps to go. And, I mean, they probably will pick, so I don't see them softs lasting that long. But Tsunoda in 9th place, he's done very well. Now he's back into the pits, is Tsunoda. So Tsunoda's actually pitting. Is this a standard stop? Yes, it is. In and out for Tsunoda. Just those tyres coming on. See Gasly there. There's his teammate Iwasa. So Tsunoda down in 18th place. 13 laps to go. Can he salvage something? He's had so much pace, but it's just been riddled with accidents, mistakes, penalties. And I think any sort of points can be salvageable. But unfortunately, here we go. Move for the hairpin. Stroll v Hulkenberg. Stroll v Sainz, sorry. Hulkenberg v Verstappen. Still George Russell who leads. Can he win for the first time since the Chinese Grand Prix last year? One of those 2 races he won in his almost debut first ever championship. Round 25 in China, that race. 1 and 25, the ones he won. Of course, Leclerc won 2 as well. He won the Portuguese Grand Prix and the Virginian Grand Prix. But a lot more podiums. So, Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Verstappen, Hulkenberg. I'm sure Norris would have been in this battle if his engine hadn't gone, but it went, so can't do much about that, can we? But about 11 laps to go now, 5-6 done. On the tour at all now. Not really much happening, they're just following each other in a snake, to be honest. I mean, it'd be nice if they had some little battles, but can't really see any just yet. So I mean, I'm just not gonna go for a break. I'm gonna keep watching it. Into the pits comes Sainz, so maybe they will start to come into the pits now, because Carlos Sainz has come into the pits. He is the only one in the lead battle to come in, but nor is a battle there. Sargent, Verstappen. Think of saying that 2 years ago, those two battling, goodness me. They are battling. It is Sargent now in P3 on the podium. There's one podium he got last year, I believe. It was the one he won, the Indonesian Grand Prix. I believe that was his only podium last season. No, he got second at the Austrian Grand Prix, but apart from that, he did win. He was very close to actually winning that Austrian Grand Prix. Moved from Sainz in the closing stage of the race, ruined his chance of winning. It's Stroll now v Russell. Sargent and Verstappen behind. That Gasly and Hulkenberg fighting just behind. It looks like George Russell, if he wins this, he'll be tied with Lando Norris in the championship lead. No, not in the championship lead. I believe Stroll will have the championship lead, because second and third is a pretty good points total. That would be quick maths. Snow's got past Leclerc, by the way. Leclerc's down at 17th. What has happened to him? Looking so good. Shoot strategy, I'm guessing. Quick maths, 18 plus 15, 33 points he'd be on Stroll currently. Very good, and it could be 25 points. Could be 40 points he ends up on after this race. If Stroll can get past George Russell. Sargent, his engine went last time out, he didn't score any points, neither did Russell, current race leader, after that incident with Gasly on the final lap. Verstappen, He finished in 4th, so he'll be getting a good amount of points as well. That's probably 24 points, he's behind Russell and Norris as it stands. Then the Hats, Hulkenberg didn't score any points last time out either. He's actually finished the race, only person to finish and not score last time out in that crazy dry wet race. Gasly, he just made points, I think. Yeah, Stroll on in 3rd now. Sargent's got past him, so as it stands, Stroll will still lead the championship. Trying to find the results from last time out so I can get a good comparison. Here we go. Got the results up now. So yeah, Gasly in 6th. So that'll be a good amount of points for him again if he stays where he is. But I think he has fallen down a bit. Sargent now in 2nd place. That came up to 18 points. 58 of 66 currently. See, anyone in the top 10 which is a bit of a surprise? Not really. Vesti 11th, he's had a solid debut in F1. He's got every single race bar the Indian Grand Prix as he's in Mugello for European #1 Series. So he's wanted to prove. Drogovic of course did half the season last year. Did a very solid job, to be fair to him. Scored points in most of the races that he did. There was a few that he didn't score in. But apart from that, did do very well. Of course, Iwasa making his debut. No current seat available for him next year, unfortunately. But I'm sure if one does come up, he'll be one of the first to take it. If he does do well in this race. The next race in Seattle in 2 weeks' time. And the US Grand Prix at Watkins Glen. 2 US rounds Iwasa will take on, as well as his home one. All fighting in front. Hulkenberg now leads us into the pits. Comes a few people. Russell in, Sargent in, Stroll in, Verstappen in. Is Magnussen in? I think he is. This will favour the people that came in just before the last few stops. So it's Hulkenberg who leads Gasly, who leads Frederick Vesti, who's now in 3rd place. Vesti in the Mercedes. I'm sure Hulkenberg and Gasly will come in at a certain point. So Frederick Vesti, as it stands, if they don't have to pit again, I don't believe they do. Vesti could win on his debut here. When was the last time someone did that? Well, about to say Shane Van Gisbergen, but he got pole on his debut. He didn't win it. Good question. When did the last time someone win on their debut? I don't know. Frederick Vesti has a great chance of doing that. He's got Albon just behind him. He's a few laps down. How many laps down is Albon? I think a lap down only, so to be fair, not done too bad, put in the pit numerous amount of times. Damage. Pierre Drogovic in 2nd place, he'd get to win a race in F1. Lawson won the Brazilian Grand Prix last year for AlphaTauri, then RB now. Can he win his debut for Red Bull? If he wins that, Sainz's provisional contract for next year. Where's Sainz at the moment? 8th. We've got a Kiwi on our hand that could win a race here. And into the pits does come Magnussen and Pierre Gasly. So it is Frederick Vesti who leads. We've got a great race in our hands here. If Albon can get out of the way in the lap car, I mean, you don't have to. There's no blue flags anymore. Well, there is blue flag there. I think the blue flags only mean now that you are a back marker, just letting you know there is faster cars behind you. It doesn't mean that you have to let them by. Albon actually looking very racy, trying to get past Frederick Vesti. He wants to unlap himself. On lap 60 now, less than 10 laps to go. It's about 6 laps now. As Albon tries it down the inside on Vesti, and he unlaps himself. And, I mean, if Albon can do that, one would hope he can just run away with it and use that in the AlphaTauri. Don't tell me that's Tsunoda. It is Tsunoda, he's in 3rd place now. Yuki Tsunoda has done brilliantly this race, you cannot fault him. Up to 3rd now. Oh, big wobble there for Tsunoda. Goes up the hill, getting about the gravel as well. He wants his home win. He almost had it last year, having to pit late on though. He didn't end up getting third though. Can he get 2 home podiums in a row? Of course, the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix last year. That shortened race due to daylight. Well, this year daylight issues really. Obviously, the organisers didn't really host the race at a good enough time. But anyway, Snowder getting the gravel there, almost hitting Maloney. If he wants to win it, he's a bit better. Drogovic now fighting with Vesti. What is Drogovic's current best finish? After have a look at last season. Drogovic was third at the Russian Grand Prix last year in that dramatic race. Of course, we had Shane Van Gisbergen getting pole in his debut, replacing the injured Logan Sargent, who had that big crash in the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. Snowden now trying to get past Zane Maloney. Not able to just yet. Maloney as well being up there. He is the talent for the future. The first ever driver from Barbados to enter a Formula 1 race and to compete in a Formula 1 race. Of course, I think his dad is a part owner of the Bushy Park circuit in Barbados, the only permanent racetrack in the country. There's some national races. Be nice. Of course, held the Race of Champions a few years ago, I think. It'd be nice to have some more series go there. But to be honest, there aren't really many international series that race at circuits like that. It's all really national circuits. I'm trying to think of like actual international race series. Of course, got F1, F2, F3. They're not going to go there. Formula E, no, they're mainly street circuits. And what other international series have they really got car-wise? Trying to think. WEC, no. Most series are European based, which is a shame because like these great circuits in other countries. To be fair, those countries do have a lot of other racing series. Is that Japan have got Super Formula, Super GT, doing those Japanese circuits proud. US have got a lot of racing series there, so they're not really going to race. South America as well. Anyway, Drogovic now 62 of 66. Can he win his first race in Formula 1? Got podium 3 races into his career. Can he get one on the top step in his first race of the season? The top 3, none of these drivers run these cars last time out. None of them actually did it. Well, the leader, the car, did get to a point. Got 10th place through Stoffel Van Dorn. Vesti, his engine went through Mick Schumacher. Lawson, his engine went through Nick De Vries. Lawson, who'd already scored points in the RB last year. Last race, sorry. He was around P6, I think. So as it stands, he probably will be leading the championship after this race, considering no one behind him actually scored points. So that went wide there. Did Tsunoda going through turn 3, sorry. And Tsunoda almost going off the track there. Now he is behind Tsunoda. Sorry, as Drogovic is now down to P4. He was leading, and now it's Vesti who leads Lawson. The Dane. Can he be the first Dane to win a race in Formula 1? As Tsunoda goes wide again through that corner. Yuki Tsunoda is that a corner again, turn 11. Such a shame for him. But the top 3 now is Vesti from Lawson, from Maloney. The same Maloney would get a podium here on his debut. When was the last time I did that? So many first times here this Grand Prix of Japan. Don't know why I said it like that. But there's Tsunoda down inside on Lawson. Drogovic, sorry, that's a brilliant move. Great move from the Japanese driver. It's home race, 300 lap 64. There'll be 3 to go after this lap. As they go down the main straight. A big crash here in Japanese F4 last year on a safety car restart as Lawson takes the lead. Liam Lawson leads. Can he win his second race in Formula 1, his first for Red Bull, and really staple his claim to get that Red Bull seat for next year? He wants it, he knows it. Vesti though, He'd already got that Mercedes put a risk in putting a rookie in a major team with Tsunoda tapped the back of Maloney. And that's going to get him overtaken by Drogovic as well, maybe even George Russell. This will be a great race for Mercedes Constructor Championship rivals. That can be 2 drivers into 1 almost from Tsunoda, not quite though. As Drogovic fights Maloney through town to turn 11. He goes down inside. Tsunoda goes down inside. Almost he makes contact with Drogovic. Gets on the curb a bit there. He gets he doesn't get passed by Russell. And let's see what happens. Is Russell going to try around the outside? No, he's not quite, and he's going to get overtaken by Sainz as well. There's Tsunoda off the track there. Tsunoda's off the track there. He didn't get it back on safety. Yes, he is just about. He goes a bit wide there on the next corner as well. Tsunoda under so much pressure. Oh, so it's pressure he's putting himself under though. In all fairness. I find Russell as well. There's Lawson, who leads Vessi, who leads Drogovic, who leads Maloney, who leads Sainz, who leads Tsunoda now in front of Russell again. As they bounce over that bump into turn 1. I only just noticed it really, that bump. And they're on lap 65 or 66. 2 laps to go now, penultimate lap. It's Drogovic though, trying to get past Vesti. Anyone could win this still. But I don't see Lawson losing this, to be honest. A lap and a half now to go. Is that Tsunoda getting past Sainz? Yes, it was. And now he's going to try and get past Maloney. He sends one. It's a dive from Tsunoda on the rookie, on the debutant, today Maloney. Is he going to use this experience to get past Maloney? Yes, he is, around the outside, and so does Sainz as well, getting past Maloney. There's now round the outside Tsunoda on Drogovic. And now he's onto the podium now. It's 2 podiums in a row at the Japanese Grand Prix for the Japanese driver Yuki Tsunoda. If he can hold on to it. Just over a lap to go now. There'll be white flag as they end round this final corner. He tries to go around the outside of Vesti. Not quite able to though. He goes a bit wide doing that. Drogovic putting pressure on him. White flag being waved. 1 to go here in Autopolis. What a Japanese Grand Prix it's been so far. And it's 1 lap to go now. Lawson, who needs Vesti, Tsunoda on the podium. They go down towards turn 3. And Drogovic goes into the back of Tsunoda, he pushes him wide. We saw a penalty for Verstappen doing that on his teammate De Vries last time out. It was spin there for Sargent. Sargent's in the gravel. Sargent's could be out of this race. I think that was beach from Sargent. Is there Tsunoda diving down on Drogovic? Up into P4 now with Tsunoda. Under investigation already. That will be investigated after the race from Drogovic making contact with Tsunoda. Normally, if it's a incident like that, it's the fault of the driver behind him. Not slowing down in time. Did Tsunoda brake unnecessarily early? We'll have to see. Tsunoda in P4 now. He chases down Carlos Sainz. He tries to get around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Not able to work though. But as they go around the final section for the final time, the uphill bit. Round the final corner, Tsunoda putting so much pressure on Sainz. He tries one down the inside. He makes a look. He's going to go wide. That's going to invite Drogovic to get past, is it? No, he's not. Liam Lawson's going to do it for the 2nd time in his career. He wins, and for the 1st time in Red Bull, he wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Take a bow, Lawson. It's their 1st win. The 2022 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Red Bull. Brilliant race. Tsunoda's lost his front wing through turn 1 as well and goes off the track. Vessi in 2nd. What a debut for him. Sainz in 3rd. Maloney as well take a bow. He finished in P6. Drogovic in P5, but he's under investigation. With a 5-second penalty for Verstappen at Malaysia. Just want to make sure. Oh, what's that? Don't know what that was. Where did Verstappen finish last time? He got a penalty, didn't he? Making sure. Yeah, what a race that was. For the penalty that Verstappen got last time out didn't actually affect him. He remained in P4, but we will see. Let's go on. Let's get a replay of that incident with Drogovic. On the final lap with Yuki Tsunoda. See what happened to Sargent as well. Far there. Nice to see. Separates himself, pushes Tsunoda wide. In my opinion, that's a penalty. You can't do that. Tsunoda could have done nothing about that. And yet, I think Tsunoda could have had a chance to win this race if that didn't happen. Yeah, I mean, it's poor from Drogovic. Tsunoda, yes, he hasn't been completely innocent this race. But, I mean, just because he has done bad this race. 2 penalties, one for collision with Albon, one for collision with Leclerc. He's done brilliantly to get back up where he is. Let's just see on board with Tsunoda. Yeah, it's a heavy tap as well, losing 2 positions. Yeah, if we get into a penalty, I will let you know. Sargent also had an incident on that final lap. He spun round, don't know if he was involved. Nothing to say there's an investigation, so maybe he was just on his own spinning. Let's see. Just gets in the grass, loses the car. And then, questionable. Driving that on board. There's too much speed into the corner. Yeah, too much speed, loses the car. Don't quite know why you reversed into the barrier there, but oh well. Anyway, let's go through your results. Norris, engine went last time out, race winner. He finishes at the back. Albon a lap down after an incident with Yuki Tsunoda in 19th. Sargent in 18th. Just saw that incident. Leclerc, yeah, he was doing brilliantly up near the front. Not sure what happened to him. Ocon in 16th. Piastri 15th. Joe 14th. Iwasa in his F1 debut in 13th. He did brilliantly after starting at the back. He'll be back next week, 2 weeks time for the Seattle Grand Prix, of course, replacing Liam Lawson, who's in Red Bull. Kevin Magnussen in 12th, Verstappen in 11th, Gasly 10th, Hulkenberg 9th, Stroll 8th, Russell 7th, Maloney in 6th, he replaces Porcher, who's at IndyCar this weekend, Drogovic 5th, he's back in his first race of the season, Yuki Tsunoda, brilliant race from pole, ends up 4th, he also had the fastest lap as well, so we get 2 bonus points this weekend, 1 for pole and 1 for fastest lap. Sainz 3rd, Vesti 2nd in his S1 debut, brilliant race, of course missing out last weekend, and then Liam Lawson in his debut in Red Bull. Giving Carlos Sainz, he's currently got a provisional contract with Red Bull, run for his money. Lawson winning in Autopolis, we'll be back. Hang on, penalty, 5-second penalty for Drogovic. So that will put him, looking at the timing order, where does that put Drogovic? Let's have a look. Drogovic, 12th, so out of the points, Drogovic, such a good drive. Just one mistake, and he goes down to 12th place. I mean, it's fair enough, you can't just run into the back of someone. Yes, it didn't affect Tsunoda too much, but I mean, there's aggressive racing, and there's a driving into the back of someone. And I think that's quite a fair penalty for Drogovic. So now Verstappen in the points, Gasly 9th, Hulkenberg 8th, Stroll 7th, Russell 6th, Maloney in top 5 on his debut now. Brilliantly in what could be his only race of the season. Of course, coming back next year, they potentially for Haas. And I think that provisional contract could be an official contract pretty soon. And then, of course, Drogovic down to 12th after that. So let's go through your championship order after that Japanese Grand Prix. If I can find it. Here we go. De Vries in 24th after not doing this race. Let's go through the top 10. Maloney in 10th after finishing P5 on 10 points. Joe in 9th on 10 points. Verstappen 8th on 13. Tsunoda in 7th on 14. Sainz in 6th with 15 points. Vesti in 5th on 18 points. Magnussen in 4th on 18 points. Stroll in 3rd on 21 points. It's Lando Norris in 2nd on 25 points, and it's championship leader Liam Lawson after winning the Japanese Grand Prix and finishing in 7th last time out. I think it's the first Kiwi to lead an F1 World Championship since Denny Hulme in 1967, his championship winning one. Could be seeing Liam Lawson recreating what Denny Hulme did. Sorry about that. Constructors wise, 10th Williams on 4 points, 9th Alpine, your reigning constructors world champions, on 11 points, 8th Ferrari on 15, 7th Sauber on 20, 6th RB on 20, 5th is Aston Martin on 22, 4th is Haas on 22, 3rd is Mercedes on 26, 2nd is McLaren on 27, and 1st Red Bull Racing after their first win in over a year. Of course, no wins last year. They are on 38 points. What was their actual best result last year, Red Bull? Just having a look. Finished 9th in the standings. 3 podiums to their name. A 2nd place at the Brazilian Grand Prix for Verstappen. A 3rd place and a pole. No, Perez actually. I don't know. Yeah, only 3 podiums to their name last year. They've already got a win this year. We're back in 2 weeks' time. Seattle Grand Prix. It's an 11 PM lights out, so a late one for all you UK viewers and for me as well. Starts around the same time with the Coca-Cola 600. So you've got the Indianapolis 500 to enjoy. Then double screen. I don't know what's Coca-Cola 600. It's a bank holiday, spring bank holiday. So no work in school day after. So yeah, free to watch that if you want, I guess. And then of course the sprint race for that one. That is at 8 PM UK time on a Saturday, then qualifying at midnight on the Sunday. So, of course, West Coast racing in Seattle for that one. We'll see you then.